Jason Tyson. I got this request a couple of weeks ago. And when I got it, the guy sent me a video saying, please break this down. And then I had to listen. I was like, which part? And then he said this part. I was like, dude, I'm not Sean Wilson. It's going to take me months, So after a couple of months, I finally got this. Because I know Sean would have just had this like overnight, just immediately. As soon as you sent it to him, next day you'd have had it. There's a certain move that I want to share with you, certain concept that he used that I do want to share with you guys today. It's two things actually, two concepts, two ideas that I got from that old move that I want to share with you. This is in the key of F. Okay, so this is something you can use over talk music. The actual stuff it does you can use over talk music, but the concept you can use over any other thing. Okay, so I'll show you how that works. So the first thing is a passing chord to get to the 2. Okay, so we're in the key of F. Okay, so the 2 will be a G minor. Okay, so to get to that, usually you'll use some kind of passing chord over a D. Okay, using the circular fifth, so you use something on the 6 to get you to the D. But he did something that like a, I don't know, some songs, with some songs you go from the 3 to the 2. So there's something there. Sometimes you hear the guys do like a little walk down from the 3 to the 2. So that chord, that flat 3, if you're wondering what kind of chord goes over that, I'll show you that now. So the kind of chord that goes over that is just like a dominant sounding kind of chord. So any kind of dominant sounding chord kind of works over that. It works as a passing chord that gets you to the 2. So in this case, the dominant chord will be over the A flat. Okay, so any kind of passing chord that you know over the A flat, you can try. So one passing chord, for example, that I know is so let's say that passing chord, for example, let's say that's the passing chord you know over the 1. I can use that in the key of F going to the 2, because that, remember, any dominant sounding chord over the 1, any passing chord that you usually would use to get to the 4, you can use over the flat 3 to get to the 3. So in that case, the one I used, you see it worked there. So I used that passing chord to get to the 2. So any passing chord that you know over the A flat or the flat 3, you can use there. Okay, but the one he used is the one I want to show you now. It's actually quite interesting, the one that he used. He used the same passing chord that Mike Burrell used in Secret Place. That video that he destroyed on YouTube. Okay, if you remember, it goes something like this. That chord, that's the chord he used as a passing chord. So Mike used that to get to the 4. Okay, so you use the same chord to get you to the 2. Okay, but he did it, instead of doing it in F sharp like Mike, I think he did in F sharp, I'm not sure, we're gonna do it in A flat. Okay, so what that chord is confusing. I would look at this, usually this kind of chord is you play a power chord in your left hand over whatever key you're playing out of, and then whatever's the 2, you just play a major chord of that. Okay, so that's how I think of it. Okay, so but because I know there's a lot more intelligent people than me out there, you guys are gonna have some other name for it, but I just hear that sound and I know this is how you form it, so that's how I think of it. Okay, so okay, so that's how I form it. So like I said, in left hand you play a power chord, so you play like a A flat minus 7th interval, so which is basically the octave, but you play flat 7 to give you that dominant sound. And then your right hand, whatever the 2 is in that scale, which is a B flat, we just play major over that. Okay, and since our melody in that Mike Brown song was A flat we just played that as a melody, but essentially that was the chord what he was playing. And what you can do to make that even a little bit more uglier or nicer, depending on your ear, is you can add 9 in the key of B flat. So if this is a B flat, major chord, you add that 2. Okay. But in the key of A flat, it doesn't give it even a more dissonant kind of sound. Okay. So if you like that, you can rather do that. Anyway, so that's the chord that Jason also used to get to the 2. Okay. Which is kind of interesting. Okay, so but he did it like this. So he kind of broke up the chord. He did the B flat, the C, and then when he went to the D, he played these 2 together, and then he played the F. Okay. And then over the 2, all you do to do is actually quite simple. You just harmonize 2 notes in the major scale. Okay, so that's G, D, F, A, C. Okay, and these 2 notes, you kind of just go up the major scale with different fingers. So you're starting with your thumb and the middle finger, and then you go index finger and ring finger. Okay, so that's over the 2. That's how that sounds. Okay, there we have something that you can use now. You don't even have to, even if you don't learn the rest of the thing, you can learn that part, take that part home. Okay, so over the flat 3, if you want to go from the 3 to the 2, and you want to know what can I play over that flat 3, just play any dominant chord that you know. And if you don't know a dominant chord, you can play the one I just showed you, where you just play the flat 3 and pretend that you're in that key for a minute, and while you're in that key, what is the 2 of that? And then play that major. And while you do that, you can add the 2 in the key of B flat or the 9, okay? Just to make it even uglier, okay? So he did. Okay, so the other thing I want to show you is something he did over the 4. Over the 4, we have a minor, okay? You know, sometimes in worship songs we go, or even in talk music, over the 4. Okay, you play like a B flat minor over the 4, okay? So he did that thing. So what I think he did was, this is a minor chord, okay, obviously, B flat minor. If you look at the different modes, if you're in the key of C sharp and you play a B minor, what option do you have to play as a scale over this chord? Okay, you have, so that's the scale that you would use in the key of C sharp over the 6. But if you take that same mode, but instead of using it in the key of C sharp, you're using it in the key of F, then it gives it like a completely different sound, and which is exactly what he did. So he did that. Okay, so he did that, and all that is a C sharp major scale. All you need to do if you want to get that sound is pretend like you in the key of C sharp for a minute. So that might have sounded a bit confusing. So let me just show you in another key real quick to see if it makes sense. So a shortcut to that, like if you don't want to do so much thinking, all you need to do is, this is how I think of it. Anytime you play a 4 minor, all you need to do is go up a minor third and then play that scale. Okay, you can do anything over that scale and it will give you that sound. So if we had to do the same concept in the key of, let's say, E, for example. Okay, so there it's a 4 minor. Okay. Remember what I said, if you play over the 4 minor and you want to get that sound, all you need to do is go up a minor third. which from A will be C. And then all you need to do is play that major scale. Or something that you know that you're comfortable with in the C key of C. Okay, so that's the idea. So I went in the key of C, E. When I went to the A minor, all I did was go up a minor third, and I played something that I knew, something that was in my hands, in the key of C, and then I went back to the key of E. So that's the idea. That's what he did. Again, once he got to that, he did something that I can't explain. I don't know what this is. So if there's any of you guys, the smarter people out there, if you guys know this, please tell me what this is. So from the B minor, he went down, half step, and then another half step. When we hit this half step, he went to half step down here. I don't know what that is. I don't know the theory behind that. If you guys know, I just can't think of it. Okay. I'm hoping one of you guys can. So that's what he did. So from the B minor, so he did that little major thing, and then he went. And once he did that, that's when he went to that passing chord I'll show you. And then in the 2 minor. And then he went 3, 4. Okay. So anyway, that little move. I'm going to do it slow, but I'm going to put the notes on the screen so it's easier for you guys to get it. I'm not going to go note for note because it gets confusing. Okay, so. Okay, so that's all. Listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that made sense. Parts of it didn't make sense to me, but I hope it made sense to you. So if you enjoyed this video, I shot another video where I showed 10 of my favorite chords and licks. So I think if you enjoyed this one, you might enjoy those. So click the link below and I'll send those through to you. Thank you. See you again real soon. Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.